Hi boys and girls, welcome back to your grade 1 handwriting lesson. I hope you're all doing so well today. You all have happy hearts, smiley faces, and are just feeling super great today because you all deserve to feel so good and so happy. Alright? Always make sure that your heart is happy and you are happy all the time. Good. Boys and girls, today we are going to learn about Octopus Owen. Do you know what octopus starts with? What letter does octopus start with? Ah, very good. Now let's listen to the story about Octopus Owen. Octopus Owen has 8 legs. Octopus Owen loves making new friends. Octopus Owen enjoys playing tennis with his friends. What is your friend's name? And what game do you play with your friend? Now let's listen to the title, Octopus Owen. I'm going to show my cursor on the screen. Where are you? All right, there we go. So here is my cursor. You are going to follow with me when I read, okay? You may read with me. It's entirely up to you. Right, so the title is Octopus Owen. Octopus Owen has 8 legs. Octopus Owen loves making new friends. Octopus Owen enjoys playing tennis with his friends. What is your friend's name? And what game do you play with your friend? Now, boys and girls, can you remember how many legs does Octopus Owen have? 8. Very good. And what is his favorite game that he likes playing? Tennis. Good. What is your friend's name? And what is your favorite game that you play with your friend? Do you know what your friend's name is? And do you know what game you guys play? Maybe you play Stuck in the Mud, or you ride your bicycles together, or you maybe play TV games together, or you possibly draw pictures together or do some artwork together. What are your favorite things to do with your friend? Octopus Owen loves playing tennis. He is an active octopus. He loves exercising and he loves to make new friends, and hopefully he has different games with different friends. Or do you think he plays the same game with all his friends? What do you think? Do you think he plays different games? Okay, awesome. So he's got plenty of games up in his brain. He's got lots of ideas and he plays different games. Excellent. Right, so there we've got Octopus Owen, and Octopus Owen starts with the letter R. Very good. Can you find words that start with an R? Have a look at all these beautiful pictures on the screen and see if you can find words that start with an R. Now I'll go over them with you and then I'll give you 1 minute to have a look at the screen and see if you can find words that start with an R. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Right over here, we've got a rainbow. Next to the rainbow, we've got a computer. We've got a computer. Next to the computer, we've got an owl. Next to the owl, we've got an octopus. Below the octopus, so here is the octopus. Below the octopus, we've got an orange. Is that right? Is this an orange? No, that is an A for apple. Good, A for apple. Next to the apple, on the left-hand side of the apple, we've got a bed. Next to the bed, we've got a table. And what shape is next to the table, boys and girls? An oval. Very good. Well done. So there we've got all the different pictures. You are going to decide which words start with an R, and then we'll go over it together. Okay. Don't let Letterland trick you. Okay? When you write the word, it could start with an R, but when you say it, it might not start with an R. It might say O or ow. Okay? So don't get tricked by Letterland. Maybe if you've got a scrap piece of paper around you, you can try and write the name of the objects you see on the screen. And that will also help you to identify which words start with an R. Good. Now let's have a look at the top row, boys and girls. We've got 4 pictures in the top row and we've got 4 pictures in the bottom row. Let's see if there are any pictures in the top row that start with an R. Let's have a look. Rainbow. Does rainbow start with an R? No. Rainbow starts with a R. Then we've got a, what's next to the rainbow? Computer. Does computer start with an A? Does the letter at the beginning start with an A? Let's listen. Computer. No, computer starts with a K. Well done. Next to computer, we've got an owl. Does the word owl start with an R? Some of you say yes, some of you say no. Why do you say yes? And why do you say no? Let's listen to those who say yes. Why do you think the word owl starts with an R? Okay, because if you write it, it starts with an R. Very good. And why do you say no? Because when you say owl, it doesn't say R. Okay, so it seems as if Letterland is tricking us over there, because let's have a look and see when we write the word owl. How do we write the word owl? A, W, L. Does it start with an R? Yes, it sure does. But there we have Letterland tricking us, because owl, when we say owl, the word starts with an owl. Hey, it doesn't say owl or owl. Yes, so don't get tricked, boys and girls. Maybe if you can, write it down, or if you've got Google with you, you can make sure that you get the correct spelling to make sure that the letter starts with an R. Good. Right, next to the owl, we've got an octopus. Does octopus start with an R? Yes, it sure does. We've just learnt about Octopus Owen. Good. Below the octopus, we've got an apple. Does apple start with an A? Nope, it starts with an A. Very good. On the left-hand side of the apple, there is a bed. Does bed start with an A? No, it doesn't. It starts with a B. Next to the bed, we've got a table. Does table start with an A? No, it starts with a T. Very good. And the last picture, boys and girls, we've got the shape. Oval. Does oval start with an A? Yes, you are quite right. Oval does start with an A. Just at the beginning of the word, when you say it, it says O instead of A. Oval. But when you write it, it does indeed start with an A. Excellent. Well done, boys and girls. Very good. Right. Now, boys and girls, a very important thing that we need to remember, our pencil grip. Now, I'm sure many of you have been corrected many a times, and Ro sure does remind you that you need to hold your pencil correctly. Now, if you don't hold your pencil correctly, you're going to struggle in writing your letters, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Okay, it's not going to be fun writing or drawing if you're not going to hold your pencil correctly. So let's have a look and see how we need to hold our pencil. So make sure that you hold the pencil correctly by following these steps. So the first step, you need to pinch with 2 fingers, okay? Your thumb and your index finger. Pinch the pencil with those 2 fingers. Then you are going to flip the pencil and rest it on your hand, and then you can start writing. So let's try that again. Put your pencil flat on your table. Then you're going to grab the pencil by pinching it with your 2 fingers, your thumb and your index finger. You're going to flip the pencil and rest it on your hand. Now I've got an illustration in the next slide. So I've got a picture for you in the next slide so that you can see how to hold your pencil correctly. The most important thing, boys and girls, is to make sure that you pinch it with your 2 fingers, because many children hold the pencil with all 5 fingers on their one hand, okay? That is going to hurt your fingers, and it's going to be quite uncomfortable after some time. Okay, so let's have a look. Pencil grip. Can you see they are pinching with their 2 fingers, the index finger and the thumb? This is the right hand, boys and girls. So if you use your right hand, this is what it will look like. And if you write with your left hand, this is what it will look like. Okay? So you will pinch the pencil. Your thumb holds the pencil. Your first finger rests on top of the pencil. So there we've got it. The thumb's at the bottom. Your index finger's at the top. Those are our little pinches when you pinch the pencil. And then you are going to flip it, and it's going to rest on your hand or your 3rd finger. All right. So there we've got pencil grip. So you need to make sure that you've got the correct pencil grip in order to write properly, and let it be comfortable for you, because grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, you're going to start writing a lot more. Okay. Awesome. Right, boys and girls, now we are going to write the zigzag pattern. I'm sure many of you have tried, or maybe many of you have already managed to do this, but that doesn't matter. Let's try and do it again. We can always practice and practice to get super good at it. All right. So let's watch this video on how to write the zigzag pattern. All right, let's have a look and see. Come on now, we want to start our video. There we go. A4 piece of paper, make sure that your piece of paper is landscape. You're going to fold it in half, and then you are going to fold it in half again. Then you'll have 4 neat rows. Now we are going to write the zigzag pattern. So you're going to get your pencil, make sure we start on the left hand side of the page, and you go towards the right. So we're going to start in the top row, and we'll make our way to the second row, to the third row, and the fourth row. So when we start at the top, we're going to write the zigzag pattern. So you're going to start in the corner, and you're going to go diagonal, stop, but don't lift your pencil. And you're going to slant again, stop, slant, stop, slant, stop, slant, stop, slant, stop, slant, stop, slant, stop. Now you can see it looks like sharp crocodile teeth. So remember, don't lift your pencil. Down, stop, up, stop, down, stop, up, stop. Don't lift your pencil, just stop. And you're going to continue doing that in the second row, the third row, and the fourth row. Awesome. Right, boys and girls, so you've got your A4 piece of paper. Now it's your turn. You are going to write the zigzag pattern. So make sure your page is landscape. Fold your page in half and fold your page in half again. Once you've opened it, you should have 4 rows, and you're going to write your zigzag pattern. Boys and girls, you may use 1 color, you may use 2 colors, 3 colors, or 4 colors. It's entirely up to you. Just make sure that you write the pattern correctly. Okay? So remember, we start at the top, slant down, stop, up, stop, down, stop, up, stop. Remember to just stop. Don't lift your pencil. We just want to make nice sharp corners that it looks like nice sharp crocodile teeth. Good. Right, now behind your zigzag pattern, if you haven't finished your 4 rows, don't worry. You can always finish it at the end of the lesson. Okay? So don't stress too much. Just make sure that you've done the first one, so that you know that you can go and finish the second row, the third row, and the fourth row. All right, so at the back of your zigzag pattern page, we are going to write the letter we learned about today. Octopus Owen says R. Very good. So you are going to write the letter R behind your zigzag pattern, remembering each row we start on the left hand side and we work our way to the right. So in the top row, you are going to write the letter R. So there you've got it. Remember, we go anti-clockwise. So we go towards the left when we write R. So we start at the top of Octopus Owen's head and we go around and we close the R. Okay, so you start at the top, around, close. Okay, so you are going to write the letter R in each row. Okay, remembering a finger space in between each letter and remembering that you go anti-clockwise. Okay, you go towards the left hand side when you write R. Okay, so you are going to complete 4 rows of writing the letter R, just like it's shown on the screen. Make sure you've done at least the first row. And if you haven't finished, you can always catch up a bit later. It's not a train smash at all, but I'm sure you will all finish within the next few minutes. Okay? So remember, start at the top, go towards the left-hand side. So at the top, go around, and you close the R. Okay, leaving a finger space in between each letter, and you can write your letter R. Nice and neatly, not rushing, writing nice and carefully and slowly. You are going to write your letter R. Okay, I'm going to give you 30 more seconds to complete that, because I'm sure majority of you are nearly done or are done already. Excellent. Right, boys and girls, that is it for today. Let us have a look at what we're going to practice at home, boys and girls. We are going to practice writing our R. So just like we've done a few minutes ago, if you haven't completed your R behind your zigzag pattern, you may continue to practice on that page. Alternatively, you can go and get a new piece of scrap paper, or another piece of scrap paper rather, or a blank piece of paper, and you can go and practice writing your R. Then you're going to find 5 words in a magazine or newspaper that start with an R. You can either underline it or circle the word, but first make sure that you get permission from an adult, okay? Don't just go and write in a magazine or a newspaper or a book, okay? First, get permission. First, ask if you are allowed to do that. If not, then you can just go and look at the word and point at it, and make sure you've pointed at 5 words that start with an R. Okay? 5 different words, boys and girls. Then you are going to draw 4 pictures of the words that start with an R. Okay? So any 4 words that you found, you're going to draw 4 pictures. And remember, try your best when drawing your pictures. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just make sure that you can identify what you have drawn, and you draw to the best of your ability. Okay? If you struggle, remember to use shapes. You know what shapes look like. You know how to draw shapes. You can use shapes to draw different objects. Okay? And then the last thing you are going to do is write 2 sentences for row with words starting with an ah inside. Okay? So get 2 words, and then you can make your sentences. All right. Well done, boys and girls. I hope you all enjoyed our lesson about Octopus Owen today, and writing our new pattern, the zigzag pattern. Excellent. Well done, boys and girls. Take care, be good, and most importantly, stay safe. Goodbye.